What?
It's everything. I think I've kind of said it before. Just being a local kid and kind of seeing this area kind of being nothing in the past, just kind of what was highway ramp,
Yeah.
and now seeing a whole campus, stadium, practice facility, it's amazing. I think it just kind of goes with how I was brought up, kind of to just work for everything that you want to achieve and kind of trying to be the best at whatever you end up doing in life. And I think that was kind of even enforced more as I grew up, within Scott Gallagher and then St. Louis FC, and then kind of, St. Louis is a blue collar city. We work for everything that we have, we get. We don't have the luxury of being in LA and New York, having, a really big, nationwide media on us. We have to fight for everything that we get. And, you've seen it kind of in the past couple of years, Josh Sargent, Tim Ream, kind of, making national news, playing in the Premier League that, you could be from St. Louis, you can be from Southern Illinois, and you can, play at the world's greatest stages. And I think, with this stadium, this training facility, you're just going to see more and more of that. So I live in Soulard area, so I can sleep a little later, which could be good or bad, kind of how you look at it. But nothing really changes. We kind of still go about, our business the same way. If anything, now we have, the latest and greatest and are kind of spoiled here on how we recover and how we, kind of go about our daily routine even, a little bit better, a little bit more smarter. So yeah, I mean, I can tell you just playing that first game at SLU Stadium and kind of looking at the crowd and kind of knowing what it meant to people, I remember being at the first St. Louis FC game and kind of getting a little emotional and being like, yeah, I want to be there one day. I can play, at this level. And then kind of fast forward a couple of years, playing at SLU Stadium and kind of seeing my parents in the stands, cheered up a little bit, not going to lie. And, now having the opportunity to, hopefully play at Centene Stadium, I think it's every kid's dream. And being a local kid means everything and more. Yeah, I mean, when I first found out that St. Louis, was getting an MLS team, I knew that hopefully if I had a chance within my career that I was going to come back. I didn't know how or where or when, but, lucky enough that, things kind of fell in place and I was able to kind of be, one of the first ones for the City 2 squad and hopefully next year with the MLS squad. So, yeah, just happy to be back home and playing in front of friends and family is everything. Yeah, I mean, kind of just sitting, down with my agent and family in the off season and kind of seeing what was right. And, when Hack kind of gave me that call that he was interested and the team was interested, it was kind of a no-brainer, Hack being the coach that he is and kind of the accolades that he has had in the past, USL Championship at Louisville, U17 World Cup with the USA team, and just talking to, other players that have played with him in the past. Jalen Lindsay, a really good friend of mine who's at Charlotte FC now, has played with Hack for, the past couple of years with the national team. And the first thing he told me was that Hack was the best coach he's ever had. And that right there was kind of a testament to what every other player has said. Hack knows what he's talking about and he treats everybody with respect. And he is one of the best coaches I've had so far as well. I think, each, adventure or team has kind of presented its ups and downs. And that's kind of just what a career kind of entails. SKC was great. I made some of my best friends, played some really good soccer and played under, an ownership group, a team that, in the past 10 years have been one of the best in MLS. And then going to, a USL team, an independent team under Wilmer Cabrera, who's also, a very established coach, was also great. And now, being able to come home and kind of take what I've learned from each of those teams and kind of put it into my game now is awesome, So kind of got away from being that blue-collared St. Louis kid when I kind of went to, those other teams, but kind of just being back in the city and seeing people that I grew up with and played with kind of brings that hungerness and competitiveness and blue-collarness back. So I joined Scott Gallagher at age 11 and left at age 17. So I would say 5 or 6 years. I always like to say it was easy on me. I just slept in the car as well as my parents who, had to deal with the driving and whatnot. Funny enough, Dale Shilley was my coach, who's now the academy director. And I think he'll tell you as well, we used to have practices at 9 p.m. at Ralph Corey Stadium. So sometimes we didn't get back till 1, 2 a.m. So it was really tough, on my parents, but luckily enough, it worked out.
Explain to me How does your name work?
Yeah, get that a lot to be fair. So Juan is kind of like my dad's name. It's a
Mm-hmm.
surname,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like how a junior or kind of like title names work. So essentially, when I would have kids, I can have the option if I want to keep with the nationality and kind of culture that I can name my future kids Juan, whatever the first name is. So Kuzain's my first name, and then Juan Kamal would technically be my last name. And if you want to include Juan, it'd be Juan Kuzain first name, Juan Kamal last name. So yeah, go by Kuzain, whatever feels best. Juan if you want to, yeah.